Hi, babes. If you're seeing this was fate. He's coming back. He wants you. We're not doing a love reading. Well, maybe we will. Let's see what comes out. So, universe, what? Fuck off. Oh, no. Oh, I can't go on YouTube. Oh, my God. I was like, it's not a Remy. It's one. The Four of Wands. What are they doing? They're getting married? Victory? Oh my God, ceremony, the word ceremonials. I've had a Florence and the Machine song stuck in my head all day, and it's from the Ceremonials album. There's something in there. What is it called? No Light. No Light. It's called No Light. Oh my God. I charged this little mini light before, and as soon as I turned it on, it was like the gates of heaven. Okay, now I just feel excited. Okay, there's something going on. So the question I was going to ask was, what needs to be in the collective's peripheral right now? Like what needs to be in front of us? What is bringing our attention? Always for better. Okay. Get us to clarify on the Four of Wands. Is there anything that needs to be? And then we've got the Devil. Get us to clarify on the Devil. This feels like an outside and around energy. I feel like I had an emphasis on like the focusedness, the laser focusedness. I feel that surrounding you, and I think I picked this up in the last couple of readings, but like surrounding you, distractions, there might be people, energies, things consciously trying to kind of like distract you, take your energy off the thing that you are doing. I think this is also a great thing to kind of like bring to mind, bring to like your consciousness, the things that are distracting you, like habits, any kind of like indulgences, re-engaging in habits, things like this. A message that I'm getting through is like, just remember the path of personal victory. Okay, something about kind of like this energy of harmony, like keeping that feeling, even if it's not something that you're experiencing at the moment, but it's like keeping that feeling, like holding that feeling close to you of kind of like stability and focus and victory, and kind of like gaining things and having like a kind of like safe environment, and being with like a safe person, keeping all of those things like held tight. There's either something like around you, or things engaging with things, or just even like life in general. It definitely doesn't feel like scary whatsoever. It just feels like kind of like very easily like generic external distractions, but also like internal habits. Give us some clarification on the Devil, with kind of like the Devil energy, where that would be coming from. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles. Don't pay no mind to thinking that like you can't, or that you won't, or that you don't deserve it. Okay, negative thoughts are coming through very strongly. Okay, the Lovers just wants to come out. Okay, watch negativity around, the Two of Cups. Watch negativity about thinking and feeling like you'll never meet someone, you won't be able to create a family or a life or build anything with anyone. Like, do not begin to start thinking that way. Feed what you want to grow and starve what you want to die. Okay, look on this side, which is what's happening, what's gonna happen, the peripheral. This is where when your laser focus is, and then it's kind of like when you're looking externally or feeding into like any negativity or distractions. This could be a lot to do a lot with what is online, is something I'm getting. Really watch out for the type of content that you watch. I only will watch content that I set out to like find. Obviously, if I come across something, but it's like the only type of content that I watch are things that are quite like that come from like a person's intellect or skills, rather than like opinions, emotional opinions, things like this. Do you know what I mean? Someone that's in another country, there's no reason for you to be like wrapped up in kind of like what happened with their ex, and like why they now hate men, or why men now hate women. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I think what exists these days is like a lot of mini worlds and mini universes, and I think you just have to create your own and have your own standards. I mean, that's how it should be, and be very unmovable in your own standards and your own beliefs. You know, there's a soulmate for everyone. Maybe there's multiple. I mean, I just like always thinking that there's one, but you know, maybe there's multiple. The possibilities are endless. You know, love will find you. Like there's someone for everyone, and it's the most perfect like version of love. You know, obviously people are not perfect, and I think that's totally gorgeous, but you know, like you're gonna be loved and love in the right way. That's there for everyone. That's a given. Do you know what I mean? I think people are very like rushed with looking for, you know, and I'm only saying this because maybe it'll have something to do with like what I'm seeing in the cards, but you know, love is such a special and like rare thing. True love. All right, you might see people in relationships and you know they're together for many different reasons apart from true love. True love is like a once, twice in a lifetime thing. Okay, so if you're 20, why do you think that like that's you might have found your person yet? You know, what's the rush? Why do you think you'll be alone forever? If you are 40, why do you think you're going to be alone forever? It's a needle in a haystack job, okay? And love always finds you, so there's no need to do anything. Okay, give us some. Let's go back to this side, the positive side in the peripheral. Okay. Actually, is there anything else within the devil kind of like outsourcing this energy that we don't need to feed into? Any more energies that we don't need to feed into? Before I go back down, I'll be down with you. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Can I get some clarifiers on that? The green is very like present to me. It's taken me to like someone's family crest. What is the symbolism like of that? This might just be for one of you. I feel that like someone feels that they have like messed up or missed out on someone that is kind of like, you have a pedestalized, not real version of this person in your head, and it's amplifying who they are and amplifying like what you feel that you've missed out or messed up on. This is not true. This is not true. And likely if you're in a situation like this where someone is like blaming you for something, and it's kind of like, okay, you didn't really do anything. Obviously, like you have to be careful because people can just try and spin you into like, you know, blaming things on you and stuff. But I'm really picking up the energy that like, yeah, this person does not need to be in your life. You're not missing out on anything here. It feels like a little bit of a testing kind of. A test in, or like an opportunity to develop like higher standards and higher self-worth post this situation. Can we get a clarifier on the Queen of Wands? I feel, and I don't know if this is going to be like to do with the astrology. Oh my God, I've been feeling like I never usually watch the moon. I always know when it must be a full moon because I start like feeling very emotional. But like I don't keep up with the moon, but I've been looking at the moon like every day when I go for a walk, every night, and I'm like, I just feel like this full moon is going to be crazy, like a build up of something, and it's in Scorpio and it's on the Friday and it's a full moon. So something that I wanted to say is like it could be quite a rife time for like arguments. Don't have arguments, try not to have arguments, try not to get spun into arguments where people are kind of like firing you up. It's like, don't, you know, go down to that level. Don't want anyone just kind of like push your buttons and kind of like wind you up. The Five of Cups. Something is coming through about there's no need to feed into comparing yourself to like who you used to be, or how you used to look, or the things that you used to do, or like the ease with which you used to go about life. Like, do not feed into that. old versions of us are gone, and I think new versions of us, we're always starting from a blank canvas. And like the blank canvas is to be embraced, because now you can, you know, put any color, any symbol, any shape like onto that canvas. So do you know what I always think? Old versions of me, yeah, it was probably easier to do certain things, but it's like the price that you pay for wisdom and knowledge within the world, within self, is the fact that like you then need to readjust yourself. I've had many deaths and rebirths. I've lived a million lives in this one. Embrace the change. Embrace the change in you. Eras, we're supposed to change. We're supposed to look different. We're supposed to act different, make different choices. That's how life's supposed to be. Do you know what I'm getting from this? Embrace the agony and the ecstasy of life. You know, my tattoo, I'm all fatty, is quite literally what it means. Embrace the agony and the ecstasy and the highs and the lows and all of the winds of change. All of this is essential to a life well lived, a full life. Embrace all of the feelings, embrace all of the like the horrors. Like embrace it all. That's living a full life. That's living a real life, baby. And, you know, I think it's such a privilege to have so many feelings, to feel everything deeply and to feel things truly. Yeah, this feels like a new turn. The fool. Okay, so yeah, all in all, the presence of kind of like feeding or beginning to feed, and potentially like the path that might take you down, which is not a path that's far from the one that you would remain on anyway. It's just like a less nice, rich experience of it. So to feed into like any negativity around love or material or what you can provide for yourself, or whether feeling like you've like missed out on someone or messed the situation up, or feeling like negative about who you used to be and what you used to look like and what you used to do, or, you know, feeling like you've like messed things up. Basically just let the past die. Do not feed into the negativity, and also don't feed into the negativity that is online telling you or giving you examples of like, this is how life should be. This is how life should be. This is my relationship. This is my house. This is my opinion. No, just shut all of it off. Literally just shut all of it off. Go and watch someone build a fire in the woods. Relax. What do we really need other people's opinions for anyway? If we didn't ask for them, what are they doing? All that they're doing is clogging the mind, and clogging your own opinion from coming out. Lovely. Okay, what else? Okay, ooh, like what lays ahead? Okay, so I'm sure after this message, the negativity will not be fed into. Okay. The Four of Swords. Bear with me. Let me power back up. There might be a specific leap of faith. A specific leap of faith into self, into a direction, into an action that you are not taking at the moment. You might feel tired, a little bit kind of like unmotivated. Mainly like what I'm getting is kind of a little bit like disconnected from your why. So you might have stopped, but I'm just getting that you've only stopped for a little bit, and if you currently have stopped, you're going to start again soon. Take the time for real rest. I think there's a major importance that I'm getting through about just like really reducing your screen time, and just set it like a day at a time of like, right, today I'm going to do this instead, or today I'm not going to think. Like if you need to take a rest, you know, if you want to like lie in bed, you know, you don't need to scroll and like action it. You can like listen to something while you sleep or whatever, but there's no need to like engage with it. Do you know what I mean? If you're really going to take a rest, then really rest. If you're really going to go and see your friends, just be all in it. Okay, there's a lot of remedies in like being all in the thing. Okay, just to give you that like spark back, that magic back, the reason that you want to take the leap, just remember that. Okay, live in the when you've got it. Live in the present of when you have the thing, okay? When you've landed, when your feet land off this jump, okay? Think about who you're going to be, what you're going to wear, like how you're going to feel. Think about like your day in this place, in this new situation, and just be in that. Just be in that. It's all a matter of time, okay? Bye now. What else? The Ten of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of energy here, isn't it? About kind of like mourning someone. I think it's very much more so just in the stage of mourning. This might also be, especially if it's very kind of like the love relationship breakup, the not happening of it all, if that is like your main feeling for kind of like halting or taking rest, then definitely do take the time out for that. If you are doing that, then that's 100% the right thing to do. But yeah, it looks like you're getting over actually what happened. Looks like you're getting over what happened. I feel that like what happened is perhaps like the least painful thing. Something that seems to be coming up with like the kind of most amount of hurt, I think, is like the potential or like the promise in something. It's making me think that something never really got off the ground. You know, the ones are just in the air, they haven't landed. And it's kind of like, this is where it's suspended, this is where it remains. You know, and this could be a huge thing of the Devil as well, actually, because all of those cards make sense either individually or in a relationship. This is kind of like a relationship reading, actually, isn't it? Where it applies, there's either multiple reasons or the reason for the relationship, but you feel in this way. Like, don't linger in this. Something that I'm getting, it might be really, really helpful for you to write in a diary as though you were speaking to a friend. Really write this down. Yeah, that feels like such a kind of like impactful thing for you to do, to write in your diary about this. You know, I know it's a difficult space, but you know, don't ruminate in the like possibilities or like what could have been. There's no point in ruminating in it. There's no point in ruminating in it. Wherever the place that it'll keep you, the place that rumination keeps you is just completely stuck and paralyzed. And the longer that you're there, the harder it is to get out. Okay. You know, any bits of like pain and stuff that you've got with you, you can carry that like throughout your day. You can carry that while still being happy, you know, and eventually like it will deplete, or you can work on it slowly. The more you start to like reintroduce to your life and into your world, you know, the happier that you're going to be. Again, you can heal and also be happy at the same time. You can be heartbroken and be happy at the same time. You can get happier. I think I just want to say, like, the situation is as it is. I think there's also no point in saying at all in life like it's done, unless you feel that like you need to say that. But you know, the life is always the wheel of fortune. Anything could change, but we're not supposed to be suspended in those changes. We're not supposed to be reactionary against the promised changes of life, because then we'd be waiting. Then we'd be stagnant, and in stagnant water, nothing can live. Okay, so keep everything pushing, you know, take it nice and slow. If you're going to rest. But just remember, wherever you ponder is where you will stay. Okay, so don't do it. Don't do it. It's okay. It's okay. Give me something positive. The Seven of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay. You definitely, so this person that you're thinking about, like broken up with, something has ended, an earth sign and water sign is coming through very strongly. The difference is how you see them is watery